Today we practice in the 7th level of your aura called the etheric template. And we're going to focus on stillness and silence today as a way of accessing, charging, bringing more consciousness, and enhancing the 7th level of your aura. Good morning, I'm Shelley Harrison. I'm a professionally trained energy healer with a specialization in trauma healing, both personal trauma and generational trauma. And I was led to work specifically with trauma, or the overwhelming things that happen to us, or the generational trauma we carry from our family system, because I began to recognize as a healer that the deepest blocks that we carry in our energy field are from the most difficult things that have happened to us. And I work with people in one-on-one healing practice where we deep dive much deeper than talking about things to encountering and working with directly with how you're holding the challenges in your life, in your energy field, in your body, in your nervous system, meeting the blocks right at that level and transforming them. And I also practice family constellations work, which is this beautiful soul level way to go into the energy field of our family system and track down those generational trauma blocks and very gracefully and beautifully and evocatively bring them to resolution for ourselves and for our family system, which makes very big shifts in our own lives when we can bring these trauma charges that are still sitting in our family energy field to peace. I do that in groups once a month. There's a once a month class you can participate in, or one-on-one. And I'm traveling right now too, also bringing this work in-person groups, just mostly around where I live right now, which is close to Ottawa, Ontario. So your etheric template, 7th level of your aura. When I trained at the Brennan School of Healing, the way most of the time that we accessed the 7th level is when we would close a hands-on energy healing. We were taught to expand to the 6th level of your field to charge it up with unconditional love, and reconnect people with their spiritual feelings, their spiritual love, the unconditional love that it's present on the 6th level of the aura. And then we would go up to the 7th level of a person's field and do what was called a 7th level close, which just means charging and enhancing the gold lines of light on the 7th level in order to strengthen the boundary. 7th level of your aura is like the eggshell that contains all the levels below it. And if the eggshell or the boundary of your 7th level is not so strong, it can feel permeable, and it can feel like other people's stuff comes into your field, which can feel very difficult. So what this level looks like, if we could see it, what it feels like, and you can feel it because it's right here, it's in you, it's not way out here, it penetrates all the way down into cellular level in your body, is it looks like a gorgeous, very, very high vibration, white gold lines of light that trace out every anatomical and physical structure in your body and hold like a grid work that holds you in place. It is the level of divine mind. So in a funny way, it's a mental level, just like your 3rd level of your field is the mental body. It carries your personal thoughts, everything you're thinking. This is higher thinking. This is wisdom. This is expansive, big concept thinking is what we experience on this level. And it's fall here in Canada. We have the beautiful fall colors. It's Thanksgiving Monday. And I went on land today just to wake up, and there's no wind today. It's gorgeous and still and quiet on the land this morning. And as I just stood in the field that's behind my house, I was sinking into the nourishment of that stillness and that quiet, realizing that also is a 7th level experience. Sometimes we think to expand to and experience the very high frequency levels of our energy field, we have to do breath work and really charge ourselves up and raise our vibration in order to be there. But in the still silence, we are also present in this beautiful clarity of mind that exists on the seventh level. So I could say for our practice today, our daily practice, we could just sit here silently. But let's take a moment to just drop into our bodies and see if there's a way I can guide you into a little connection with this level of your field. But as your daily practice today to reach this level, consider sitting quietly and quieting your mind. And if you can do that out on the land, depending on what the land is doing where you are, and just listening to the voice of nature, or this age-old description of communing with your divine or with God, of hearing the still small voice within, that's a seventh level experience of touching into this wisdom voice, this divinely connected voice within us when we can quiet the other levels of our aura where there are other different life experiences going on. So, and I think the lighting coming in through my office window today is appropriately soft and soft and golden. So, how is your body in this moment? If you gently lower your awareness, your consciousness down into your physical body, what are you feeling? What kind of sensations are present? If you have a lot of pain, illness, difficulty in your body, you may want to lower yourself into your physical body with great gentleness, great delicacy, like just almost like dropping your awareness of sensation in like a feather. When things hurt, we don't want to get too close to them. We want to almost just like, oh, how gently can I have presence with that in a way that is compassionate, attentive, and attuned. My physical body is quite quiet after my little walk out on the land. And what if instead of expanding to imagine the gold lines of the Catheric template, expanded out 3.5 feet out around us, what if we attend to where it saturates the physical body? And if you just slip your awareness of sensation kind of under your skin and begin to imagine, sense, feel these very fine white gold lines of light, humming, vibrating, pulsing, moving beneath your skin. Like there's a white gold grid work. Makes me think of chainmail armor for some reason. White gold grid work just beneath your skin, surrounding every organ, every cell. I'm beginning to breathe more because as soon as I touch into this very high frequency level, I feel like I need to breathe more to charge it, to be present with it. I'm starting to imagine a very fine white gold grid work kind of tracing out my brain, my spine. It's okay if you can't see energy. You don't need to see energy to be able to do this. Just imagine, invite, and see if your sensations change or your sense of presence in your body changes as you imagine yourself being filled with these beautiful, fine gold, white gold lines of light. And everybody can do this. It's like doing guided visualization practice, right? It's just like imagine you're looking at your body and suddenly you see it all meshed out, laced and traced and grid worked and grid papered in high vibration white gold lines of light. See yourself this way and see what that feels like. Moving it down into my thighs, sinking it into my pelvis and pelvic organs. Moving into an area of my body where there's some discomfort in my neck and jaw, and seeing what's happening with this white gold grid work there, and can I imagine penetrating those areas of discomfort with these lines of light. I feel like I'm moving deeper into the quiet, the inner quiet, the clarity. This little rock is just coming to my body as my nervous system regulates and calms down as I bring in and connect with this energy. Imagining all my internal organs wrapped in gold lines of light, very, very, very fine, resilient, strong, high frequency. Lungs. Like I could breathe in gold lines of light. Jaw, my teeth, I'm tracing out all the little muscles here in my vocal apparatus. Even your chakras on this level would be traced out, structured, scaffolded with gold lines of light. So this is a structured level of an aura. So I'm going into my throat chakra and imagining lines of light structuring and forming the cone. The narrow tip comes into the throat, the wide end comes out and pulls in energy. There's a back aspect of the throat chakra too. So I'm imagining and visualizing that also structured, held, formed, scaffolded, gold lines of light. Going both ways, coming in to form the cone, but cross-hatching it as well. Since this is level that carries our perfection and our imperfection, I'm not being perfect about it. I'm just intending, inviting, feeling, playing with, imagining, becoming gold lines of light. Because of course I've spent 20 years practicing perceiving energy. As I follow the gold lines of light into my throat chakra, I can see where there's some distortions in the lines that are part of the cause of the discomfort and misalignment here. So I'm kind of just looking at those lines and inviting, intending them to realign if possible. Letting that flow all the way down to my fingertips, like there's gold lines forming, tracing my arms. So I connect in on this level, Etheric template, 7th level. I also move into, let's say, an emotional experience, a feeling like the sacredness of life. Just part of what I felt out on the land today, right? When there was the silence, but also the beauty and just witnessing the sacredness of everything that is here, that arises in form. Everything in our world has a 7th level, right? So if you could put your 7th level glasses on and then look outside, you would see, oh, everything has a 7th level to its aura. Everything is traced and formed and lives in this realm of divine mind, perfection, connection with the clarity of divine mind, bigger picture, and Shangri-La. I'm sinking into some of the places in my body that feel a little more dense, like I'm going into my hip muscles and my thigh and my lower back, and just again seeing if I can penetrate my awareness, my consciousness into these areas and feel, invite, sense the gold lines of light that are already there. They never went away, but I'm just moving my awareness of their presence in, seeing if I can include these areas of my body in this sensation of sacredness, of just creating a little picture in my mind's eye of gold lines being able to penetrate through some of these more dense areas, almost like, creating a little cartoon in my head to guide and direct the energy. Good. So you can stay with this practice as long as you like. If you're having fun, just imagining every cell of your body, every area of your body grid worked in beautiful white gold lines of light. I might continue the practice myself a little bit. And it's not always easy just in these little short guided videos for you to connect with and feel these beautiful levels and dimensions of your being that you're experiencing your life through. But I do have a longer course called the Aura Healing Journey, where you can spend more time learning about and practicing and engaging in each level of your field. Or if you'd like to experience this work in one-to-one healing sessions with me, you're very welcome to reach out.